Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Sandy here. So today I'm doing my January wrap-up. And this month I read 8 books, which I was kind of really proud of myself because I didn't think I was going to get through that many books, seeing as I was in school most of that part of that month. The first book that I read was The Education of Sebastian. It got a lot of praise like 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago maybe. I decided to read it. This book follows Sebastian and Caroline. Sebastian's 17, Caroline is 30. They end up having an affair. I gave it 2.5 stars. And it's not so much that it bothered me that she was older than him. Like, I like cougars. You know, I'm married to a younger guy, so for me it doesn't bother me. That aspect of it didn't bother me. I guess what bothered me was the fact that, like, she comes back into town and he's just like, I love you. And I'm like, dude, you haven't seen her in like 10 years. You were 8 years old when you saw her. Like, it's just weird. So that was my whole issue with it. I couldn't see how they fell in love with each other. Like, it was just kind of like, I've always loved you since I was 8 years old. And it was like, you were 8. She was like 21. Like, what the hell? The next book I read was Unraveling You by Jessica Sorensen. The lyric, bubbly girl who's just, you know, she's 16. She's just really full of life and zest and personality. Her personality really shines through. Then we had Aiden. And Aiden has a lot of issues. And he meets Lyric, and right away Lyric is just, she's her bubbly normal self, and she's just like, hey, what's up, you know, and they get along really well, and she really starts to bring Aiden out of his shell, which kind of helps. There's a lot of moments in this book that had me laughing, just because, like, as parents, like, the dads had to discipline the kids after they did something, and they're just like so funny because they don't know what to do. And I just thought it was really cute. And there is romance in the book, but it's not really in your face type of romance, which I really enjoy because it's like a slow build. I guess I learned more in book 2 about what happens because it was a cliffhanger, which I was like, oh my god! But the second book already came out January 28th, I believe, and it's called Unraveling You. So I'm excited. I gave this book 4 stars. The next book I read was Gable by Harper Bentley. The book is about a girl named Sawyer. The guy's name is Gable, and she is the sweet, innocent farm girl from Idaho who goes to college, who's been wronged, and she meets Gable, this sexy, tattooed, ripped guy who has been wronged as well. For me, I couldn't. Like, the first half was very predictable. Well, 3/4 of the way. It was really predictable, and I just felt like I was rereading like Easy and Beautiful Disaster put together. And not that that's a bad thing at all, because it's not. Those are 2 really great books. I just needed like a dash of its own pizzazz to make it its own story type of thing, and I didn't get that. So I gave it 2.5 stars. So the next book I read was Made by J.M. Dowhower. Now, I don't know if any of you know this and how much I love J.M. Dowhower. She is the writer of Siempre and Siempre Redemption. So this is the 3rd book in that series. But this is Corrado's story, and well, the first 2 focused on Carmine and Haven. It was Carmine and Haven's story. This is Corrado's story, his uncle, Carmine's uncle, and oh my god, J.M. Dowhower knocked it out of the park. Like, I was so invested in the story, and I loved Corrado and the other books anyway, so when he got his own book, I was so excited. I was like, yeah. I just I felt every emotion. I loved the way that he came together with his wife, Celia, and I thought it was really cute. And I could just picture this whole entire setup going on before my eyes as I was reading. It was so great. And I cried like a little biatch at the end because it was so beautiful. It was just beautifully breathtaking, and the way that she writes is just pulled me in right away. And and I love mafia stories, especially when they're written well. I really enjoyed this story, so I gave it 5 stars. The next book I read was The Pact by Karina Hale. So The Pact follows Lyndon, a British hottie who has an accent. Yeah. He's a pilot, a helicopter pilot. And he has a best friend named Stephanie. And Stephanie is a really pretty, outgoing girl who is working at a dead-end job, but she wants to open up her own boutique, and they live in San Francisco, and they have another best friend. And so Lyndon and Stephanie make a pact that if by the time they are 30 years old they are not in a relationship with anybody else, that they will marry one another. I gave it 4.5 stars. So the next book I read is All Lined Up by Cora Carmack. So this follows Dallas and Carson. And Dallas is the girl. She's named after like the Dallas Cowboys. Her dad is a coach. And Carson is second string on the football team. And it was just a really sweet book. And I really loved like how easy and fluffy her books are. Like, and sometimes I just need that. I just need a book that's just sweet and cute and like, makes me believe in love all over again, you know? And this book does that. Told in dual point of view, which I really enjoy. I really like to be in the guy's head, and not like every chapter or whatever, but every few chapters, just so that we kind of get a sense of who this guy is. So if you're looking for a light, fluffy romance, definitely check this book out. I gave it, I think 4.5 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. The next book that I read, and I read these in succession, so I read Nocte and Verum, which are the first and second book in the Nocte series by Courtney Cole. I read Nocte. I was really confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I totally thought it was one thing. I thought it was going to be another thing. It turned out to be totally different. And I was like, okay. And there was points that I had to like put my Kindle down and walk away because I was so anxious and so like, oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening. Wait a minute. So this book follows Calla, and Calla has a twin brother named Finn. They have, of course, mom and dad. They live on top of a mountain, and their dad is a funeral home director. It's a trippy ride. And you also meet Dare, which is Calla's love interest, and he's British and he has an accent. So I think that's like enough said. I really enjoyed Nocte, and I was like on the edge of my seat at the end. I was like, what the hell? What just happened? This threw me for a whirlwind. Then as I started reading Verum, I totally was like texting my friend like, dude, are you reading this? Because I know she got an art too. And she was like, I haven't started. I was like, oh my god, like I'm so confused. What the hell? I was totally confused, but like in a good way. Not like confused as in like, I didn't, like the story didn't flow well. It wasn't that type of confusion. It was the type where like, you have to keep reading it in order to understand why things are the way that they are, or why the world is set the way that it's set. And at certain points, I swear, I was like, is this paranormal? I was like, it has to be paranormal. Like, that can't be real, can it? And it was so amazing. It was amazing. And the ending, of course, there's a cliffhanger, but I think I have it figured out, but I'm probably wrong, because I was wrong the last 5 times that I thought that I was right, and then Courtney Cole slapped me upside the head and was like, nah, bitch, you wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. I was so completely wrong, but I loved it. It was such a great book, such a great premise. The way that she wrote this book series, it's really phenomenal. Like, I've never read anything like it, and I'm just excited about it. I cannot wait for the 3rd book to come out, which I don't know when it's releasing. And it's okay, because I think I needed a break. I didn't read it for 2 days after I read Nocte. Like, I broke it up because I don't think I could have taken the suspense and the forever guessing and the constant, like, what, the who, the when, the where, the what of the book, and the intensity of it. I don't think I could have taken it. So I think it's good that the 3rd book isn't out yet. I don't know when it's going to be released, and I'm okay with that, like I said, because I kind of feel like I need this break. My mind needs this break, because it was mind fucked so bad that I need a cigarette or something. That I just even read these books, and I read them back to back even. So I can't wait to see what she has in store for book 3. Holy shit, my mind is blown. I honestly, this is a book that I can, like, honestly just be, like, super, super excited about. So, like I said, if you haven't read it, go out, read it. Let me know your thoughts on it. So I gave both of those. Obviously, I think you can tell by my reaction that I gave those books 5 stars. So, like I said, if you have any questions, any comments, you want to talk about books, leave those comments. Let me know what you think about any of those books I've read. If you want more information, let me know. Until next time.